beautiful. Words should not come in me. Wow, that's wonderful.
You got it.
That's
You
good.
got it.
Okay, yeah, that's very true. Actually, we're all filled with world now. The whole world is inside us. Oh God, good. This is the aha moment for me.
If you look inside, what's going on? It's exactly as you said. The world has gone inside so that I'm not free for a moment. I don't have space for myself. I'm just occupied with faces and images and situations and stories, and there's just chaos inside.
What is there in this philosophy which I will be, I'll sustain on this?
Maybe what happens differently with Raj Yoga is that there's a certain amount of information you receive. Yes, it comes from outside. But then what I'm asked to do is to reflect on it myself. Because when I hear something and then I forget it and I move on to other things, there's no impact. But what I'm asked here is listen to something, but reflect on it. And after reflecting on it, if it makes sense, experiment with it. Practice it. Practice some of these ideas and see for yourself what is the difference that this makes. And so I bring back this word mastery again. It's not a situation of dependency on any human being out there, even in the sense of my master or my guru. And I know some people will think this is blasphemy, but it's worth thinking about. Surely spirituality or the true purpose of dharma is for me to find my own freedom and to find myself.
If we talk about life today, the biggest problem we're finding is, I think, in relationships. Like if we go step by step, what has happened? Why the relationship philosophy or the relationships are not working?
I'll come back to this mantra. You can call it a formula, you can call it a mantra, inside out. It means that in this case, if my relationship with myself isn't sorted out, I don't know what's going on inside my own world. There's a state of confusion or even disease, uncomfort. Then my relationship with you is going to be colored by what's going on inside out. And so how can I expect you to understand me? And we always say this, how come you're not understanding me? But how can I expect you to do that if I hadn't taken the time to understand myself first? And so I think that that's where the crux lies.
No, but we don't understand ourselves.
I don't think so.
No, but we always say that we know ourselves the most, like I know myself really. That's what we all feel.
Okay. How many times have you been in a situation where you've been surprised or even shocked at your responses to that? Yeah. You didn't know that this is how you were going to react, and yet you reacted. And then you say, goodness, why on earth did I say this or do this?
Yeah, how could I do this? And in fact, at times I repeat, and I don't want to do that, but I repeat the same mistake, actually, not twice, but so many times.
A few times.
Yeah. So
it's an indicator that we don't really know ourselves very well. So I think that even that first step of acknowledgement that I don't know who I am and I don't know what's going on inside my world is a light that shines and is an awakening. It's that moment that then starts you on the journey within. One thing that makes you realize that you don't know yourself very well is when you find you're surprising yourself, but I didn't learn this lesson already. I made this mistake, I caused pain to others, I caused myself pain, and I still didn't learn. Makes you think. The second is, but how come I don't want to feel like this? And yet every single time I find myself in a situation where, again, my feelings take the hold of me and I can't change the quality of my feelings. Another situation where you can't make a decision. There's things around you happening, and one moment you're swaying one way, another moment you're swaying in another direction. And then you say, well, is there a better way to be able to arrive at making decisions? What is it that I can do inside myself to clean out all this confusion and say, this is the way I need to go, and to be comfortable with the decision that I've made an hour later, a week later, 10 years later, can I say that, yes, I'm comfortable with the decisions I've made? And for some, we'll say, yes, that was right. And at other times, we'll say, I realized within the action that I performed, as soon as I'd done it, that that isn't what I should have done.
Yeah, I know.
And of course, our decisions impact not just our lives, but those of many others around us. And so when you realize that the decision-making capacity isn't as clear as it could be or should be, then again, it makes you wonder what's going on inside. Thoughts. Again, that's a big number. You know this thought is going to lead you down a very rocky road in which you're going to cause yourself suffering. But it's like the old-fashioned gramophone record. You know, it gets stuck in a groove, and the same thought, the same pattern keeps repeating.
Can I reach the stage where I don't have to really repent on my decisions, when I don't have to let situations take over me, and when I am stable, in all my situations I'm stable. I don't give in to my emotions.
Well, this is exactly what Raj Yoga is about, to be able to attain mastery over all the things that you've described. And so, yes, this is a sort of inner journey that we're going to be exploring further, looking at what's going on inside at the present time, and what is it that's cluttered up, what is it that's become a little bit dusty, and how is it I can clean it all up, so that then the inner workings of my own world are as they should be. Then as I take charge of the things inside, I can start taking charge of my life and the world around me also.
But really understanding myself is going to be very difficult.
No, not at all. As I say, it takes one thing,
One
interest.
moment you said, yeah.
It takes just one thing, interest. If you think about how much we know about the world outside, well, how did we find out? We were interested. And so we focused our mind and said, I want to find out about that. Same thing. I just have to be interested, and I go inside, and it's a beautiful journey. It's a fascinating journey. It's not hard work. It's not labor. It's not boring. It's amazing.
Can we have maybe, a little bit of experience of meditation now?
It's very simple, and the simple aspect is that you don't have to stop your thoughts. Most people think, meditate, well, how am I going to stop my thoughts? But you don't have to. Let your thoughts carry on. And you don't even have to close your eyes. You don't even have to sit in a particular posture. Just where you are, as you are, comfortably. But what I'll do is to speak out my own thoughts as I begin this journey of going inwards. And let's see where it takes us. I let the body sit quietly so that the body relaxes and there's no pull or pressure or pain. Just letting the body calm down so that everything within the body becomes still and returns to equanimity and harmony. And now I go on a journey within. I look at what's going on inside my inner world, and I appreciate that the world outside is out there. Even my body is something out there, and inside is another dimension, another world. And as I start looking at my thoughts, just simply observing what's going on in my mind, the speed of my thoughts begins to slow down. And I realize I can select the thoughts that I choose to have. I select the thought of peace. I hold peace in my mind. And peace becomes a feeling. It's no longer just a thought, but it's a feeling that I have. I become peaceful. And peace feels more and more natural. Peace feels as if it belongs to me. I realize that actually this is my natural state of being. Peace is who I am. Peace is within. I am peace. Peace is my own natural state. Peace is with me, within me. I hold this feeling of peace and come back to the awareness of the things around me that I keep peace with myself.
Wow, that was really good. That was so peaceful. Thank you so much. Sister Jayanti, today we've started a new journey, a new aspect of life which we've all been looking for. Thank you so much for being with us. Thanks a lot.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Om Shanti.